Welcome to Elixir Kitchen, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I am very happy to be introducing our guest. But first off, my name is Jeremy Capone. I am the wellness chef.
And I am Stephanie Gladman. I'm the registered dietitian here at Elixir Kitchen.
And we are very excited to have Filomena Servidio Italiano.
Well done, Jeremy.
Little zip on it. She's the Director of Education and Clinical Information at Colorectal Cancer Canada.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you, Jeremy.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and your program.
Yes.
And what's going on.
All right. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having us at Colorectal Cancer Canada. I am the Director of Education and Clinical Information at Colorectal Cancer Canada, which is a national nonprofit that is dedicated to doing three things. We are dedicated to promoting awareness and education for the second leading cause of cancer death in Canada, colorectal cancer. We support patients and caregivers and their families, and we advocate for equal and timely access to effective therapies, all in the hopes that we can improve patient outcomes. We truly are dedicated to trying to improve not only the quantity of life for patients across Canada, but the quality of their life as well. We have a national patient support program that patients and their caregivers can access across the country, either via phone, online, or in person. We have two programs, the first of which is our Cancer Coach program, which essentially assigns a cancer coach to patients and their caregivers when they're interested in learning more about the disease, whether it pertains to knowing more about treatments or side effects or just the navigation of the healthcare system. And we also have colorectal cancer information / support groups that are furnished across the country that patients and their caregivers, their families can attend. These support groups, these information / support groups essentially offer patients information on the disease, on treatments, on side effects, and they also offer support to essentially try to optimize the management of their care. Frank Pittman is here from the Montreal office. Say hello, Frank. Hello, Frank. He heads up our support program, and he has brought just a slew of patient support materials that you can all access, ladies and gentlemen. So please feel free to approach him after the cooking class. He'll be very happy to help. You can also approach me because I run one of those colorectal cancer information support programs, and we are happy just to help. We actually oversee a number of research programs as well in Canada, not the least of which is our Patient Values program, which is dedicated to trying to capture what patients value in their drug treatments so that patient groups such as ours, for example, can make more informed, more compelling, more thoughtful, more importantly, more objective submissions to the agency, the expert committees in Canada that oversee the drug funding recommendations. And we also lead a clinical trials initiative that is hoping to increase patient participation and retention in cancer clinical trials in Canada. I mean, there are a slew more, but just to highlight a few. But for the purposes of this cooking class, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to talk just a little bit about our Foods That Fight Cancer program that was just recently launched, which essentially is trying to promote the adoption of a healthy lifestyle in Canadians by doing two things: by assuming an exercise program and the adoption of a nutritious diet, by incorporating recipes that contain cancer-fighting properties that have been proven to reduce the risk of developing colorectal cancer. We have actually partnered with George Brown College, who is awesome in their culinary arts program. And they are assisting us in the development of recipes that are fun to make, that contain these colorful ingredients. And together, we are going to promote this program in Canada so that hopefully we can reduce the incidence of primary colorectal cancer. The program is headed up by our very own Anne-Marie Myers, registered dietitian in Montreal, and she is collaborating with world-renowned biochemist, food scientist, Dr. Richard Belliveau in Montreal, who is highly published on foods that fight cancer. And together we are hoping to make a significant difference. You can access information on our Foods That Fight Cancer program on our website at www.colorectalcancercanada.com. So please approach us, because we're very happy to share as much information as possible.
As Filomeno said, diets that are rich in vegetables, fruit, legumes, nuts, seeds, beans, these are all associated with a reduced risk of colorectal cancer. And so these are some of the types of foods that we're going to take a look at today. They're high in nutrients and also fiber. So we'll discuss the nutrients, but I just wanted to tack on that idea of fiber because that's what helps keep a colon healthy, because it helps move food through the digestive tract. And we're going to start today's recipe off with broccoli, which is known as a cruciferous vegetable, and there's a ton of other ones like cabbage and kale, arugula, but it's also high in fiber. So Jeremy's going to start us off, and we'll check back in with lots of tips.
Yes,
as we go through.
absolutely. Thank you. So broccoli, our humble broccoli, it's either you love it or hate it, I find. But it is a fantastic vegetable, and there's definitely a lot that we can do with it. We're going to make a really, really interesting salad with the broccoli. And we're going to start with our base, which is even some more fiber, which is whole wheat couscous.
Yes.
Ever heard of couscous before?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one's super because it's a whole grain. And whole grains have fiber, they have lots of nutrients. So when you look at the whole grain, it consists of 3 parts. I won't bore you with all those, the endosperm, the germ, and the husk. But these are all nutrients that you need. And so refined grains could be like white rice or white pastas, white breads. But the ones that are whole grain are the ones that you want to get more of. So really easy to cook.
Yes.
Jeremy's going to show us.
Have you ever cooked couscous before? I know you're pretty good in the kitchen, but
I'm not bad in the kitchen, but I have to be honest. I don't cook with couscous, but I will eat couscous.
Okay, all right. So again, like Stephanie mentioned, we love the couscous, especially the whole wheat couscous, because you can get that whole grain serving in less than 5 minutes. It is super easy to cook. We actually teach this one for our summer student program. For people that don't have access to a kitchen, all you need is a kettle for this. Yeah. So really, really simple.
That's awesome.
And it's 1 portion, whatever that might be, a cup, I don't know, whatever, a mug, anything, equal portion to hot water or any hot liquid. So we have about half a cup, maybe a little more than half a cup in there. And we're gonna add our hot water, about the same amount. Again, we're doing everything by eye, which is, I'm sure,
oh, I love it.
Yes, okay. Just about the same amount of hot water. Now, because couscous absorbs any liquid that you put in there, we can use stock. We can use any sort of flavored water, flavored broth, and the couscous is going to absorb all of that flavor. So instead of just hot water, we can add a little seasoning to that. I actually have just a little bit of turmeric here, and that's it. Just very, very simple. And right away, we're adding some color. We're adding a little bit of flavor, maybe a pinch of salt, and we can season again the water because that's going to absorb right into the couscous. So
Turmeric is really great, right, Stephanie?
Yes.
Yes.
And turmeric is also really, its bioavailability is even more absorbed when you add black pepper to it. So turmeric has a substance known as curcumin, and it's even better absorbed in the body when you're adding peppercorn, which is coming from the black pepper.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
this
so
woman.
it's not only giving you a great taste, but it's pairing foods together is also something that we want to look at.
So we put the hot liquid in, we cover it just to trap the steam,
Yeah.
and set it aside. And then in 5 minutes it's done. So that is probably the easiest whole grain that you're going to prepare. Now, to the broccoli. We cut them into smaller pieces. The stems are fantastic. They're really delicious. They're often thrown out. All you have to do is peel them, trim the bottom, and you can use them as well. I like to actually puree them because they make a really, really nice sauce. And you'll see that a little bit later. It's just a little teaser. But otherwise, we have our broccoli here. You can use frozen broccoli as well. This works with frozen broccoli. It's absolutely delicious. But it's all about the dressing. This is what makes it super.
Yeah.
So you're in charge of dressing, Philomena.
Sure.
If you don't mind, we're
Yep.
going to grate 1 garlic clove in there. The garlic is optional.
The whole thing?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you like a lot of garlic?
I'm Italian.
Yeah, so then you can do the whole thing.
Okay.
Perfect. We're going to add a little bit of citrus to this as well, right? So you can do lime, you can do lemon, you can do orange. They have some beautiful blood oranges right now from the US, but they're fantastic. They're one of my favorites. So that's good. And then you can just put the rest in there. You can save it for later.
Yeah.
And then we're going to also grate the zest of the orange. So you wash it really well. All of the concentrated flavor, all the oils are, same thing.
Yeah, no. My hands. Remember,
your hands.
I'm really clean.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, as long as I have.
Oh, a towel.
Yeah, thank you. I was telling
getting
Jeremy,
messy. I
ladies
said
and
I was gonna get
gentlemen,
messy in
at
the-
the beginning, if you come into my kitchen while I'm cooking, I'm one of those clean fanatics. I have to wash my hands. I have
Which
to
is
clean.
important,
Yeah,
very important,
food
absolutely.
safety.
I don't like to contaminate other foods. Thanks,
So
Jeremy.
the zest,
Yep.
that's going to go in as well.
Yeah, you just want to make sure you wash it beforehand, which has been done.
That's okay. It'll push the rest of the garlic right in there.
I'm telling you what to do. Yes, chef. Did you guys watch Burnt with Bradley Cooper? No. That was an awesome movie.
Different kitchen. I don't run that kitchen exactly the same way. But
So the whole thing?
The whole thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And again, the zest is going to give you a really, really nice punch of that orange flavor.
Yeah.
And you just want to take the outside off. Any of the white part of the orange is where it starts to get a little bit bitter. So just the very, very outside. And this is a free ingredient, one that we often just discard, right?
Yeah.
This is something you can even do, even if you're not using it right away. The zest freezes really well. You can put it in the freezer and then you can throw that in like your muffins the next time you make it, or
And that's also
and
adding
sauce.
some more fiber too,
Beautiful.
right?
Is that okay?
The,
Yes.
the
Thank
skin
you.
is the part of the plant that our bodies don't necessarily digest, so that's creating some roughage. But by incorporating some of the zest, you're not only getting the taste, but also additional fiber.
All right, now we're adding the juice, and I told you I was going to put you to work.
I have no problems
We
with
have
it.
another orange. I'm going to squeeze that in there. The blood orange has, again, this beautiful
This
sort
one
of
too?
rose. Yes. Right in there. Fantastic. So this is sort of our dressing. This is our marinade, right? We're going to add a little bit more of that turmeric.
Lots of antioxidants in here.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so the vitamin C also acts as an antioxidant, which has many properties to help protect cells from damage. So all vegetables and fruit have them, but you can see how easy it is just in one salad to incorporate different colors and different types of vegetables and fruit to combine the flavors that you want.
We're adding a little bit of olive
Love
oil.
you, Stephanie.
A little bit of olive oil in there. We've used so much olive oil that Stephanie has made a smaller bottle for me so that I don't overdo it. And then just a little pinch of salt. And again, you can add fresh herbs to this. You can add dried herbs. And then just a
Oh, I
little
love
whisk.
this. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you could smell this. The aroma is awesome. It's delicious.
It'll slowly make its way. Yes,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm trying to do this for you.
Well, the oils in the zest is pretty powerful. They can fill up a room just by grating it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, so now that's our marinade. If you want to dress, just pour it over top of our
Oh, I will.
And so
broccoli there.
we were talking about the fiber in broccoli. So just 1 cup of cooked broccoli has 4 grams of fiber. And the recommendation is between 21 and 38 grams of fiber per day. So just to give you an idea, 1 cup of cooked broccoli is about the size of my fist. It's not that much. So you can see how, incorporating different amounts of fiber throughout your day, you can get up to the amount that you need.
Beautiful. All right, so dressing is on top of the broccoli. We're going to add some almonds, some slivered almonds. This is going to add a really, really nice crunch.
Yeah.
We'll add all of them. And
Good.
Yeah, and so eating nuts, there was a recent observational study that indicated that eating nuts may reduce, also, so almonds in this recipe, but walnuts, hazelnuts, peanuts may even lower the risk of colorectal cancer. And so this was shown to have for 2 1-ounce servings a week. So what does that look like? So that's about 46 almonds, for example, in a week. Right, so it's not that much, and that actually showed to lower the risk of the colorectal cancer coming back compared to those people who didn't have any nuts in their diet. So really simple as well, and also again a 1/4 cup of almonds, so that's about a handful, also has 4 grams of fiber. So lots of different properties that we're working with too.
I added some dates too, a little bit of chopped dates. That's going to add a little bit of sweetness in there.
Yeah.
Definitely get the garlic. And that's it for the dressing of the salad.
Beautiful.
Now back to the couscous. So in the time it took to prepare that, the couscous is done.
Look at that.
So that is how quick it is. And then you just take a fork and you can just fluff it up like this. And this is a nice alternative to making rice or even pasta if you want to change it up a little bit and add a little bit more of that whole grain that Stephanie was talking about. Now to finish it, I'm placing all of this on a baking sheet, or most of it, and we're going to spread it around evenly. It helps if you have parchment paper. We love parchment paper. It's going to reduce the amount of cleanup that you have to do after, which is good.
I love that.
And we were talking about the cruciferous vegetables. So broccoli is one, but you could have cauliflower. You can also do it with other types of cruciferous vegetables. You could add arugula is another type of cruciferous vegetable that you could use. So maybe you're not putting it in the oven, but kind of using that as a salad. So the options are endless, and there's so many different things. You can use kale as well. So, it's up to you what you have in your fridge, what you choose, what you like, but the general idea is really to incorporate those different cruciferous vegetables, part of that family, into the diet.
Beautiful. So Philomena's doing an excellent job here, just evenly dispersing the broccoli across the pan. And we're not going to, cook the heck out of this because we still want some nice crunch in the broccoli. So we're using a higher heat in the oven. So we have the oven turned up to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and we just want to cook them for about 10 minutes tops, just to get some color, to crisp up some of those almonds, get some color in the almonds as well. And you'll still get some really nice crunch in the broccoli.
How's that, chef?
That's fantastic. Excellent job.
Okay.
The couscous now at the bottom, it plays as another role. It actually absorbs all of the marinade and any of the juices cooking out, and it gets absorbed into the couscous. So you have your full recipe, your full salad ready to go. So that goes into the oven. Like I said, 10 minutes.
Magic.
And
I'm making that this weekend.
I don't know how your kitchen is equipped with. Ours is a magic oven.
I don't have a magic oven.
So
Wow.
Ours acts a lot quicker, and it actually grew. So this is what we're looking for. Some really, really nice color on there. And the salad is pretty much done as is. If you want to take it up a little extra level, we're going to add an interesting combination that might sound odd, but fresh apple over top.
Oh, once it's baked.
Yes, once it's cooked, because the broccoli and all of the ingredients here are going to have that sort of deep caramelized, rich flavor. The orange has the acidity and the brightness of the orange is sort of muted a little bit because you're getting a little more of that sweetness. So we want to add some freshness back into it. So any apple, and we're just thinly slicing this. You can use a mandolin, you can use even just a peeler, just to get some slices. And we're going to put it back into, this is the bowl that had the marinade, the dressing. And
shove that around.
Yeah, I'm actually going to give you a little extra dressing to put on top. So if you do have a little bit more, make a little extra, put it aside. And it has a beautiful golden color from the turmeric and the blood orange. And we can toss that up a little bit. And then I'll plate some on here just to finish the dish. And again, so you're going to have really nice crunch from those almonds. And that couscous, again, is going to be so flavorful from all the juices of the marinade. That's beautiful, fantastic.
Unbelievable. Jeremy.
Yes.
Every one of your apple slices
Yes.
is equal in diameter.
I
Every one of them, ladies and gentlemen.
expected,
Unbelievable.
I expected nothing less. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And then just a few of those slices on top.
Oh, wow.
And we eat with our eyes too, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The apple, yeah, all right.